Welcome to my first episode of the game Realms of Arkania Blade of Destiny. After the intro you see this little window and you have to select the difficulty level. If you choose Novice, you don't have the ability to level up your characters manually. And in the advanced mode you can do everything, but it's more difficult if you don't know something about the dark eye. And the manual is very big, but I will choose advanced. And now we have the the main program and a sub-program called Generation. In this Generation program you can create your own characters, but I don't want to generate my characters in my Let's Play because it took a very long time to create my characters. I think I spent 2 or 3 hours to create them. So I will directly start with the main program, and normally if you start the game you start in the Trivia temple. Trivia is one of the 12 gods, but I wanted to have a bit like a background for the characters. So I've bought already some items and so on. And now I start in the Swafnir temple. This is a god of the thorwalian and not a god of the 12. There exist 12 gods in the middle realm, and the most of the humans believe in the 12 gods. Swafnir is not so popular in Aventuria. I call it Aventuria, although it's called in this game Arkania. The name was changed in the past, so it's more like the German name Aventurien. So, and I've prepared a little story which I want to read aloud. So, Larric and Tsael known each other since their childhood, but Tsael's magical talent was recognized in time, and thus he was sent to the Academy, Royal and a Gastian establishment of arcane struggle. Technically, both wanted to go to the Warrior Academy Rada's honor in their hometown, Havana, as they were children. But only Larric had the pleasure. After their schooling, both came back together. They felt ready to move to the north and to fight against all orcs who would come cross the road with them. Someday Larric and Tsael came up against 2 elves who fought against 3 orcs on a forest glade near the town Elgar. Together they were able to defeat the orcs. The elves Valion Beetime and Elyra Fieldmind were so grateful that they asked to travel together. So with this buttons, with the left button I can add a character to my group. And the elves are Valion Beetime and Elyra Fieldmind. Larric and Tsael were delighted by the offer, and on top of that, pride that they are now friends of elves. Although both elves were not overly impressed, they went up on a ship in the harbour of the town Austria. The destination was Thorwal, the capital of the Thorwalians. But during the trip, our group should become an eyewitness of a fight among Thorwalian sisters. Valion intervened and had success. Both sisters had previously never seen an elf from such close. They were so surprised that they no longer remembered the reason for the dispute. They sat down under the deck together, chatted and drank sweet mead. Tjalva and Arva agreed to travel with the four for a certain time and to help them in their adventures. So, and now we have our group together. It's important for the game in which position the characters are. It's always a good idea to have the fighters in the left side and the magician characters in the right. So Tjalva is a bit like a warrior, and Arva is a day laborer. And Tsael, the magician, on the right side. So now you have, if you double click on one of your character, you open the inventory and the character stats. You see the name and the class in Realms of Arkania, based on the pen and paper game The Dark Eye, but the 3rd edition. This game is from 1992, so 22 years old, and in this year The Dark Eye release, or the publisher of The Dark Eye release the 5th edition of the game. So this is very old. And you see just a warrior. This is a class, and if you look at my thorwalian, the class is thorwalian, but a thorwalian is not a profession. It's like where do you come from, huh? And the thorwalian Tjalva is I thought it's a sailor or a pirate for thorwalian. And she-rook, okay, I said is a day laborer. It's not the same, but I think it's okay. And also for the elves, I'm not quite sure if the names of the elves are correct translated. For the Sylvian elf, I would say that the Sylvian elf is a woods elf, and a green elf is an Lee Elf. Okay, I'm the magician. Normally, also in the newer editions of the Dark Eye, you can choose your birthplace. So Larric would be in Albania because he's born in Havana, and Havana is in Albania. Also for Tsael. So I think you know what I mean. And now here we have the experience points and the level. We begin from 0 and our start money. I already bought some objects, for example the shield and helmet and the plate armor for arms. I think you can... no. This is in the first game you can only wear the plate armor on your arms. In the second game you're able to wear on arms and legs. But it's not a problem that it's not so detailed. Makes a lot of fun. So, and I bought some arrows. And now you see here the deity. These are gods of the 12. And on the left side you see the positive attributes, and here are negative attributes. In the third edition you have these attributes, but in the fourth edition the negative attributes are just advantages or disadvantages, like traits in the Project Zomboid game, for example. And here are our life points and astral points. Astral points is like mana, but it's called astral points in Aventuria. And here is a magical resistance. How good a character can resist magic spell. And this is armor. 9 is good, very good, because the armor he wears not so bad. Quilt armor is good, but there exists also plate armor. A plate is better for a warrior. And the endurance and the weight he is wearing in his inventory, and what was that? MP is what was it? Don't remember, but I think it's not so important yet. Maybe later. So, and you can also, if you right click, can open your skills. See a very lot of skills for combat and for nature and so on. And yes, every skill is usable in this game. And you can see your magic skills. This character cannot use magic, but this one, Tsael, can use magic, of course. And he was on an academy for combat fights. So you want to see more spells, and here are the combat fights. The numbers are good for now. but of course I want to increase the numbers by time. So now we are in the temple, but we can't talk to this thorwalian priest or monk, or we can only load and save our game in the temple, or prepare our group, leave the game, and you can donate money to gods and pray for some magical effects. For example, if one of your character dies and you go to the temple of Travia, you can pray for the life of the dead character. But it costs a lot of money. So, and now we don't have any quest. So we leave the temple, and now we have other different buttons. For example, we can split our group and walk with 3 of them to the west and with the others to the east and so on. This is you can this is the group buttons, and if you click on the information button, this is your diary, a bit of the history you have noticed. And you can, there are options too. I think I can save. Okay, if you save outside of a temple, every character will lose 50 experience points. No thanks. And you can end the game and go back to the game. And this button is for the map. It's very chessboard-like. The orange buildings are temples, the cyan buildings are taverns, I think, and motels also, and the grey ones are shops, and you can scroll with these buttons, and you can always speak a spell with your magical characters. For example, I choose Tsael, and now I have to select the group of the magic spell. For example, makes no sense, but I want to show you. Healing, and for example, balm is balsam. You can heal party members with this spell, for example. And with this button you can make a camp, but in a town it's not a good choice, because the guard can come and maybe you have pay something also. It's not good. And we are on a big place where a market is. If we click on this button, we can choose a booth, weapon or herb or chandler's booth. I think I want to look at the chandler booth, and now this is the shop window. It's always the same in this game. And in a shop you can talk to the shopkeeper And if you select the right answers, the items will become maybe a bit cheaper. So let's take cabinets, baskets, hooks and chests are laden with all sorts of things for daily use, plus a lot of useless junk. A man who looks just as dusty as the ship in a bottle sitting on the counter next to him looks you over and says, "I'm sure I have just what you're looking for. What is it, by the way?" And now I have 3 answers I can give. I wonder whether we'll find anything of use here. This is not a nice answer. The gods be with you. Joy of Fax. Fax is the god of the trade and thieves and so on. Do you have to know? I think the second answer is good. Oh, what? Courteous and educated customers, please excuse my oversight and accept my most gracious welcome. Okay. Thank you very much and the best to you too. Yeah, forgot it. What took you so long? The first answer is the best. You are pleasure to the civilized world. May your business always run smoothly and good luck on your way. So this was a good chat, and now we can buy or sell items. Let's see what this booths don't have much. Just a torch, brandy bottle, blanket, food package and a rope. I think I will buy a rope, and don't know if I have blankets. No. So 6 blankets and a rope and a torch. And on the left side you see your money, and on the right what you have to pay for the items. But I can haggle for it. You have chosen wares to the value of 2 ducats, 1 silver taler and 7 bronze. Don't know the word of it. Okay, how much of a discount? 0 to 50% do you want to haggle for? Okay, I think I will try 15 first. 15%. And now I have to choose the character who want to try to haggle with the shopkeeper. And I think my character Arva Karidottir is the best character for it. You're ruining me, but I like you, so I shall give it to you even so. So it was successful. Shit. Sorry. That's my spelling. But I know what you know what I mean. Okay, now we have. I think this episode is long enough, and I will see you in the next episode. But first I have to save the game. So back to the temple. So see you next time. Bye.